Welcome to Headphone News, Montreal edition for Wednesday, December 11, 2024.
Shooting incident in Terrebonne and Laval, Quebec. A series of shootings occurred in Terrebonne and Laval, Quebec, Canada, targeting two buildings and a law office. A 58-year-old man opened fire at a building in Terrebonne around 8:30 in the evening. He then attacked an insurance broker's office before moving on to Pringle Avocats, a law firm in Laval, early in the morning around 1:30. The suspect was later found dead in Saint Jérôme at about 3 a.m., and police indicated that he took his own life. The motive for these attacks is still unclear, but authorities suspect he may have been targeting former employers. This incident raises serious concerns about public safety and mental health issues in the community. Local officials are considering increasing patrols and community engagement to address these safety concerns. The investigation is still ongoing.
Luc Rabouin's candidacy for Projet Montreal leadership. Luc Rabouin, the borough mayor of Plateau Mont-Royal in Montreal, Canada, is set to announce that he is running for the leadership of Projet Montreal. This announcement is expected on Thursday. Rabouin has been serving as borough mayor since 2019 and has experience in management at Desjardins, a major Canadian financial services cooperative. The leadership race officially begins on February 3, 2024, with Election Day scheduled for March 15, 2024. Important deadlines include January 31 for candidate applications and February 13 for party membership, which is required to vote. Other potential candidates include Gracia Kasoki-Katawa and Lawrence Lavigne-Lalonde. The outcome of this leadership race could greatly influence Montreal's political scene and shape local policies, especially in areas like housing, public transit, and climate change.
Montreal prepares for extreme weather. Montreal, located in Quebec, is preparing for extreme weather that will bring intense rain in a rapid freeze. A city representative reported that about 15 centimeters of snow currently covers the ground. Forecasts expect around 1 to 1.5 inches of rain, which could lead to flooding as it melts the snow. To manage these conditions, the city will gather about 3,000 workers to clear the snow starting Tuesday night and continuing into Wednesday. A cold air mass is expected to arrive overnight from Wednesday into Thursday, causing a sudden drop in temperature that may create slippery conditions on roads and sidewalks. Community members are urged to pay attention to parking restrictions and help keep sidewalks clear. Good emergency planning is crucial for safety during this weather event, as it may disrupt transit and everyday routines.
Montreal woman faces housing crisis after fire. Laurie Martin, a 50-year-old woman from LaSalle, a borough in Montreal, Canada, is struggling to find affordable housing after a fire destroyed her apartment on October 14, 2024. She used to pay $550 Canadian, which is about $400 for rent. Since the fire, she has faced rising rent prices and unfair treatment because of her disability. While local organizations are providing short-term help, Laurie is still searching for stable housing. The housing crisis in Montreal is affecting many people, leading to increased homelessness and social disruption. Local governments are being urged to take action to increase the availability of affordable housing and support vulnerable communities. This situation highlights the urgent need for community resources and government involvement to tackle the ongoing challenges of homelessness.
CQDE sues Quebec government over environmental registry delay. The Quebec Centre for Environmental Law, known as CQDE, has taken legal action against the Quebec government for not creating a public database for environmental information. This database was required by the Environmental Quality Act, which was enacted on March 23, 2018, to encourage citizen participation and improve environmental protection. The CQDE argues that the lack of this database, now 7 years overdue, weakens democratic rights and reduces transparency about industrial projects and their environmental effects. In January 2024, the CQDE, along with 3 citizens, sought a court order to stop work on the Northvolt battery plant project in Montérégie, Quebec. This project is important because it focuses on sustainable battery manufacturing. The lawsuit highlights the critical need for the government to be held accountable in environmental governance. The outcome of this case could set an important example for future environmental regulations in Quebec and influence how citizens engage with environmental issues. Understanding these developments is essential for raising public awareness and participation in environmental matters.
New method reduces blood transfusions in liver surgery. Researchers in Canada have created a new method called hypovolemic phlebotomy that significantly reduces the need for blood transfusions during liver surgery. This technique involves taking 10% of a patient's blood before the operation and then returning it during or after the procedure. A recent study with 446 patients across 4 hospitals in Canada found that only about 1 in 13 patients using this method required transfusions, compared to 1 in 6 who received standard care. Additionally, the average blood loss during surgery decreased from 800 milliliters to 670 milliliters with this new approach. This method not only minimizes blood loss but also helps conserve blood bank resources, which is crucial since 1 in 11 patients undergoing liver surgery typically needs a transfusion. These findings highlight how innovative surgical techniques can improve patient outcomes and lower healthcare costs. The results of the study were published in the Lancet Gastroenterology and Hepatology.
Climate Solutions Award offers $1.5 million in prizes. The Climate Solutions Award has been announced, providing a total of $1.5 million USD in prizes for innovative technologies that fight climate change. This is the third time the award is being given, and it invites applications from new businesses and researchers across Canada, expanding its reach beyond Quebec. Winners will be announced during the Climate Solutions Festival on June 17 to 18, 2025, in Montreal, Canada. In previous years, the prize amounts were $300,000 USD in the first year and over $1 million USD in the second year. The award aims to support ideas that lower greenhouse gas emissions and improve energy efficiency. This initiative highlights Canada's commitment to tackling climate challenges and encourages collaboration among innovators, researchers, and industry leaders. The involvement of organizations like the Bank of Montreal and Cycle Momentum underscores the importance of financial support in driving sustainable innovations. Ultimately, this award not only inspires technological advancements but also seeks to make a meaningful impact on climate change efforts across the country.
Gilbert Rozon sexual assault trial update. A civil trial is currently taking place in Montreal, Canada, involving serious allegations of sexual assault against Gilbert Rozon, the founder of the Just for Laughs comedy festival. Ghislaine Courcelles, one of the women making the claim, testified that Rozon assaulted her in 1987 when she was just 22 years old. Courcelles is seeking nearly $2 million Canadian dollars, which is about 1.34 million United States dollars, as part of a larger lawsuit totaling nearly 14 million Canadian dollars, or about 10.3 million United States dollars, filed by 9 women. The trial began on December 9, 2024, and is likely to last for 43 days, with 77 witnesses set to provide testimony. This case is part of a larger conversation about sexual assault in the entertainment industry, especially following the #MeToo movement. The outcome could significantly influence how the public views these issues and how companies handle sexual misconduct. It underscores the importance of taking such allegations seriously and may encourage other victims to come forward.
Settlement approved for Quebec hockey abuse victims. Quebec Superior Court has approved a settlement of up to $10.25 million for victims of sexual abuse by former hockey coach François Lamari in Greenfield Park, a suburb of Montreal, Canada. Most of the funding will come from the city of Longueuil, with only $8,300 Canadian dollars, about $6,000 US dollars, coming from Lamari's estate. The amount each victim receives will depend on the severity of the abuse, with a maximum of $600,000 Canadian dollars, or around $440,000 US dollars, per victim. The court allows for compensation for up to 56 victims, with total payouts potentially ranging from $3.6 million to $10.25 million. This important case highlights the urgent need for accountability in youth sports and may lead to increased scrutiny and protective measures to prevent future abuse. The effects of this settlement go beyond just financial compensation, potentially influencing policies and practices in sports organizations to better protect minors.
Montreal North's Santa Letter program returns amid postal strike. Montreal North, a borough in Canada, has brought back the Letters to Santa program due to the current Canada Post strike, which has interrupted postal services nationwide. This initiative allows children to send their letters to Santa Claus, helping to keep holiday traditions alive despite the challenges. Each year, Canada Post handles around 1.5 million letters from kids, a beloved tradition now at risk. In its fourth year, this community program invites families to mail their letters to special mailboxes until December 16. Christine Black, the mayor of Montreal North, stressed the significance of preserving the magic of Christmas for children. The Canada Post strike arises from disagreements about pay and working conditions, affecting holiday mail delivery. This community effort highlights local resilience and creativity in maintaining cherished traditions.
Quebec bishops challenge prayer ban proposal. Quebec's Catholic bishops have publicly disagreed with Premier François Legault's suggestion to ban public prayer in parks and city streets. They argue that this ban would violate legal rights and negatively impact the practices of various faith communities. Legault aims to strengthen the separation of religion from public life and schools in Quebec, a province in Canada known for its distinct French-speaking culture. This proposal has sparked a lively discussion about finding the right balance between secularism and religious expression. Many believe that smaller faith communities may feel targeted by such a restriction, raising concerns about divisions within society. The ongoing conflict reflects a broader national conversation about the role of religion in public life in Canada. Understanding these dynamics is crucial, as they may influence future policies and relationships within communities.
Montreal Vocational School tackles butcher shortage. A trade school in Montreal, Quebec, is addressing the shortage of skilled butchers by training students for important careers in this field. With around one-third of butchers in Quebec expected to retire soon, this program aims to prepare a new generation for secure jobs. The rising need for skilled butchers is driven by population growth and changing food choices. These training programs provide essential skills that ensure good meat is available while supporting local economies. Successfully running these programs can help reduce potential disruptions in food supply. This training not only benefits the students but also helps close the labor gap, creating more job opportunities in the butchery profession. That is all the news for today. Thank you for listening to today's Headphone News. News summary brought to you by AI.